What's up, guys, and welcome to the prologue episode of my brand new series of Europa Universalis 4, EU4. I'll keep this very brief. I just wanted to talk about the game a little bit before I actually started playing, to give a little bit of background. I am very new to the game. I have probably about 20 to 30 hours on Steam. I've watched countless hours of tutorials. I have, however, not watched anything intentionally in regards to England, because England is like the first great power that I wanted to play. So I played a bunch of the lesser nations to get familiar with the interface, which is daunting to say the least, as well as the basic mechanics of the game, which is also extremely daunting. The learning curve for this game is very high. You don't just sit down and start playing this game. People have watched some of my other videos, some extremely difficult platformers, etc., know that I like hard games. EU4 isn't exactly new. I think it's been out for 3 or 4 years, around there. It's by Paradox Studios. Paradox is very well known for their grand strategy games. I played some Hearts of Iron 3, and I really liked it. I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm a little familiar with Paradox. Now, I have played a lot of the Total War series, probably all of them, and I always considered them to be grand strategy games. It's really hard. You can't really compare the Total War series to Paradox games, because they're, it's apples to oranges. You don't have the battle map where you're controlling troops. It's completely different. However, going from Total War, or say even like the Civ series, and calling it grand strategy, it really isn't. You really have not played grand strategy until you've played a Paradox game. It's insanely in depth. The complexity, their diplomatic system is amazing, especially coming off of Total War, who has a completely broken diplomatic system. The really cool thing about EU4 is, when somebody doesn't like you, or a kingdom or another country does not like you, they don't like you for a very specific reason, and Paradox shows you exactly why they don't like you via numbers. So that can be very appealing to some people. I'm sure that stats nerds just love this game. I would say a combination of, if you love history, I love history. It's my favorite topic. I love learning about all sorts of different time periods. This particular time period is not my strong suit. I prefer 20th century history and ancient history. I love the Roman period, but I know a little bit, and this game is actually kind of cool because it teaches you a lot. There's a lot of historical events that can occur, but you're also not completely bound to following any sort of set pattern. I mean, there's some scripted events that can and do happen, but it's usually by chance. They can happen or they can't happen. You can also decide to not choose to make decisions along the way that would influence certain outcomes that might be historically accurate. So I find that really cool. I don't like being bound to, playing a particular historical outcome. I would if it's to my benefit in the game while playing, of course, but you don't have to, which is really cool. Another really cool thing about the game is the geopolitical alliances. Actually, going back to the diplomacy a little bit, is really, really complex. The the AI forms all sorts of crazy alliances that can really throw you off. So no two games are the exact same. You never know what's going to happen. You got to kind of adapt and use your diplomacy skills and actually use strategy to, suck people into wars or avoid wars or, do some nefarious things to get what you want. The AI is, for a new player, I would say is quite punishing. It's extremely polished. EU4 players probably think that the AI is terrible. I can say that I've been wiped out on more than one occasion now at this point, just while I'm learning the game by a simple misstep, overextending, miscalculating the AI, and getting completely wrecked because of it. So I find the AI to be actually pretty challenging. And if you compare the AI of EU4 against the AI of some other alleged grand strategy games, it's pretty darn good. So they've done a really good job. That's not to say that it doesn't do extremely stupid things sometimes that a human player would never do, but all in all, it will give you a challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I love the game. It's beautiful. I have all the I think I have all the expansions installed. I have a little bit of fluff too, but that's mostly sound packs. The sound and the musical scores in the game are top notch. They're really, really good. They really add to the game. They really add to the immersion. So I applaud Paradox for making those available. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this. It has a ton of DLC. I'm not a huge fan of these little part and parcel $1.99 purchases for a music pack. But if you really like the game, they really do add a lot. So all in all, I'm looking forward to playing as England. It's pretty much blind. And I guess we'll see what happens. If I get wrecked, I get wrecked, and that'll be the end of the series. I'm not gonna do any save scum and reload, none of that. We're just gonna let it play out. I'm gonna do the best that I can and attempt to, conquer the world. So I hope that you enjoy the series. I hope that I at least get a few people that are interested in watching me stumble through. And I appreciate everybody who watches. I appreciate every view. Feel free to like or subscribe. If you don't want to do that, honestly, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I do enjoy seeing people commenting. I would love to have some help. Criticism is always welcome, especially in a game like this. You can't learn without making mistakes. You can't learn without having people more experienced say, hey, why the fuck are you doing that, you idiot? So I'm totally cool with that. I like to respond in the comments section. So I hope that people get involved, help me out. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in episode 1, where I actually begin the campaign.